Okay, let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this. Men in front of you, you have no experience with them. So you want to be picky with these men because the men you've experienced put you through a lot. That's your problem.
But they're usually all the same.
So maybe the ones you date are.
Maybe. There's not many options. That's another thing.
Oh, there are plenty of options. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% in the middle class. See what they're not.
But a lot of them are ugly.
Oh, no. First off, check that. Because you start that shit, I'm gonna get real raw with you.
But
I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that shit. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I'm not going to insult men.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I have to settle with a man that I don't find
Okay,
handsome.
let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So I'm
You
not
are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Cosmopolitan ain't trying to get you to be on the cover. People ain't deemed you one of the most beautiful women in the world. So let's go
So
ahead.
what would you rate me?
I asked you. Since you want to bring looks about men into it, I'm asking you. What would you rate yourself? And the first thing out of your mouth was a lie. A 10. You ain't nobody's 10.
What you said?
First thing you came out of your mouth, you said you're a 10, and you're not a 10.
My face is not a 10. I don't have no makeup on, and my hair is not done, and this is all real hair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
I think I'm definitely a 10.
Cool. I bet you do.
Stop being so nice to women. Nice will never equal turned on or attracted.
So when was the last time you did any runway modeling or print modeling?
I've never been involved in that.
Why not? 10s, that's what 10s do.
Not all 10s.
Oh, yeah. Not all 10s, but you know what? You live in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, when you're a 10, people discover you at the bank, at the bodega, at the gym.
That happened when I was younger. My father didn't
Okay, and we're going to keep on moving. You're not a 10. You're living in, and a lot of you ladies just say this shit because
I'm not a 10.
Like, you're not. You're not a 10.
What would you rate me as? My face.
I'm not gonna. No, you're not a 10 because you're rating yourself up there with Rihanna and Halle Berry when she was young. That's where you're rating yourself. Up there with Diane Carroll. That's where you're rating yourself.
What you mean?
Charlize Theron. With Halle Berry in the 90s. Charlize Theron, Diane Carroll. You're ranking yourself up there with the Rihannas of the world. That's where you're ranking yourself.
You seen Rihanna without no makeup, right?
I see you. And see, this is part of the issue. The part of the issue is women like yourself have all this attitude, thinking that you're way up here to where you're going to judge men and saying men are this or that. Men, there are no men. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% in the middle class. It is harder for a black man to find a woman that's working with no children than it is for a black woman to find a black man that's working with no kids. Most of you come with somebody's kid attached to you. And then you got the nerve to walk around when you're unfit, overweight, out of shape, and looking average, cute, or whatever, thinking you're way up here judging men who have more to offer than you do, and have the nerve to talk about your picky.
But shouldn't I be attracted to him? Even if you don't feel like I'm a 10, shouldn't I be attracted to my man physically? No. Why can't I be attracted to him? Why is something wrong?
Well, here's the thing. You keep asking me. Here's the thing. This is why you ladies got it confused. That's why y'all end up dying alone. Because you've been told you could have it all. You cannot have it all. Men aren't supposed to be the attractive ones. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Men are supposed to be the providers, protectors, prophet, priests. That's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be the cute one of the group. You are. You're supposed to be the feminine, beautiful, inspirational one, the cooperative one, the submissive one. That's what you're supposed to be. But yet, many of you ladies want men to be women, and it don't work. And I'm talking to a woman who's already got a child from another man. And you're talking about being picky.
But you know, that goes by natural. That's natural for me. I've tried to settle for a man that wasn't physically attractive.
Settle. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I have my master's degree.
Okay.
I'm a PhD.
Let me explain something to you. You don't need to settle for a man who's an average man or better. I don't know why you have to keep somebody settled. Somebody will settle for you. Just because you have a master's doesn't improve your sexual marketplace value. You can make $300,000 a year.
About my education, that's why I brought it up.
No, I mean, no, and that's cool. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't increase your overall appeal to a man. You could have a master's, a GED. It's all the same when it comes to men initially. And we talk about, you come in here saying something about, I tried to settle for this, and the men are ugly. I'm like, well, And how old are you? 32?
33.
33. How'd you get to be so bitter?
I'm bitter?
Why you say that? You sound like you don't. Well, how do you think you're speaking about men?
Well, all I said is that I want to be physically attracted to him, and you remember down my.
No. You said you said that there are not a lot of men out here. No, you said that there are not a lot of men out here. That's what you said. So how is that speaking about men? Is that a positive or a negative?
It's not negative.
Okay, hold on. Use your masters. Let's do some logic. There are not a lot of men out here, which means that there's a deficit, meaning that there's not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a positive thing or a negative thing?
That's a negative thing.
Then you're speaking about men in a negative way. As if they're not. No, there are plenty of options. The thing is, you just might not qualify for them. You talk about New York City. I lived in New York City. I'm possibly moving back there. And New York City has a tremendous amount of eligible men. But because you can't get one doesn't mean they don't exist.
You mean that I don't want to settle for one?
No. The men that you seem to look around and see in your eyesight seem to be beneath your expectations. But you cannot tell me that that's all that's in New York City, because I know for a fact, I was just there last month, there are plenty of well-to-do, attractive, successful men in New York. But are they trying to date you?
I don't see them. I don't be around.
What borough do you live in?
Well, I'm working. That's another thing. I don't meet men like that.
What borough do you work in?
I work in Manhattan, but Harlem.
So, in the largest city in the United States, before Corona, listen. Before coronavirus, New York freaking city, the largest city in the United States, and you're going to tell me that there are no successful, attractive, available, eligible men in New York City? You are out of your mind.
Most of them are with somebody already. They want you to be like the second girl, like the side chick.
Listen, folks. Listen. Pay close attention. See, here's the waiting to exhale bullshit. Now we're going to get to subjective truth and my truth. Again, just like last night. I can't because I can't find them because I don't qualify for them. They're either gay, down low, or in jail. Instead of saying that, you know what? These guys exist. They just ain't trying to check for a 32-year-old mother of a 13-year-old who's a 6, maybe.
I'm not a 6.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. It's not the point.
I'm not going to take offense to it. I think this is...
Well, you can't really take offense to it, man, because here's the thing. You live in a city where some of the most successful men on the planet are. Men who are making millions of dollars a year. And if you're saying that they don't exist, that's just simply not true. Hold on. They're just not approaching you. They're not approaching you. Because, see, you're the same kind of woman that will turn around and say, well, yeah, but when you do find them, they're with a white woman. Or if they be a white woman, why ain't they with you?
I've never said that they're with a white woman. Usually the men I meet are usually like already involved with somebody, or they're like bisexual on the low or something like that.
So just saying that way, because see, again, you're basically trying to make it the problem is the men. Again, audience, listen. Every time she talks about men, it's never about her. It's, well, he's involved. Or if he's not involved, they're bisexual. They're trying to make it seem like the world is just full of just gay men, like there are no heterosexual, attractive, available, high value, or productive, competitive, successful men. You're out of your mind. They exist. They exist.
Yeah, I know they exist.
And then if they exist, then why aren't they checking for you?
Well, when do they see me?
They see you when you leave your house.
Not over here.
Excuses. I'm talking to a woman who has a 12-year-old. Apparently, if you saw one man enough, you saw a man enough to make a baby. In the last 13 years, you've seen other men. Nobody's put a ring on it.
They wanted to. I didn't want to settle for them. I wasn't ready.
See, the thing is, what the difference is, the conversations I have with women is I don't deal with men that have to be settled for. I deal with men that you got to qualify for. Can you get one of those men? I don't want to hear about the men that you... Huh?
I believe I can if my face is not a 6. My face is a 10. Okay? I think
Right.
My stomach could be a little flatter.
Right. See, you talk good, but I'm telling you that these men exist, and you think you can. What do they want what do they want in a woman? What do high value men want in a woman?
I think they want a woman to be submissive. I'm not good at that.
And?
Kind.
Are you that?
Mm-hmm.
No. Say yes or no.
Yes.
You're kind.
I'm kind. You're not kind.
Excuse me?
I said you're not kind.
Oh, trust me, I'm being very kind to you.
You have not been kind.
I've been direct with you, but
okay.
I'm being very kind to you.